Hello, NBA fans. We are back with another NBA Roundtable. My name is Matt Eppers. I am a digital producer at USA Today Sports, and we are here again to talk conference finals. Are the Hawks' chances in this series pretty much cooked if Trae Young is anything less than 100%?
Yes, the Hawks need Trae Young on the court. They need him 100%. And if he's not 100%, if he can't use the speed, if he can't use his change of direction, get into the lane, use it to shoot three-pointers, and then it just makes it that much difficult for the Hawks to win. And don't forget, Bogdan Bogdanović is also battling a knee injury. And so, as we've seen in these playoffs, injuries are starting to catch up with players and then, in essence, catching up with the team.
And I think the Bucks are a good enough defensive team that if the Hawks don't have that one singular player, I don't know where the points are going to come from.
To break down the Western Conference between the Suns and Clippers, we are now joined once again by our friend Dwayne Rankin from the Arizona Republic. What is going to be the key for the Suns to snuff out any of their LA's remaining chances, for a comeback and close out this series?
Three things. One, you got to address Paul George. He was phenomenal last night. If he wasn't turning the ball over, he was scoring. Career playoff high, 41 points. You got to address that. Make him work, obviously, to get his buckets. He got a lot of just pull-ups and stuff that wasn't contested as much as it was in the previous games. So that's one. Two, Reggie Jackson. I've been saying all series, I think that he is such a key for the Clippers. Got to address Reggie Jackson. Monty Williams was adamant about guarding the ball, and they had issues guarding Jackson and Paul, on guarding the ball in that regard. Third, you cannot let DeMarcus Cousins do what he did. You just can't. You can't allow someone who, I think he scored 3 points, 3 to 4 points from games 2 to 4, didn't play in game 3, to get 15 in game 5 with 10 coming in the first half. The first half. That cannot happen. You can't allow him to be that much of a factor when Zubac's out and then Kawhi is out. You can't let guys that you don't expect to have those kind of games to then have those kind of games. It's a matter of defending for the Suns at the end of the day.
I think there's always adjustments to be made by Ty Lue. He likes doing that. But I think a few themes have prevailed throughout these playoffs. The Clippers really credit Ty Lue for his personality. He's calm, cool, and collected through both the ups and downs. And I think, players credit that personality to, prompt them not to feel like their head's on fire after a loss, and also not to get a big head after a win. So I think that plays a large part. And when you're looking at the fact that they faced 2-0-2 deficits, first against Dallas and against Utah, they're able to be resilient. The fact that they've been able to keep this series alive, even though the Suns are a really good team, a lot of it goes back to Ty's personality. I think the other thing is that he's empowered confidence in a lot of his players, so that when he is making these adjustments, going big or small, accounting for different injuries, guys feel like they're in a position to succeed, number one. And number two, when they're getting demoted, they're more willing to kind of buy into that, because they feel like that there could be another opportunity around the corner, and two, Ty is very communicative with the thought process and just what is going to happen moving forward. And even if players at the end of the day all want to play as many minutes as they can, I think when you have a coach like that is very direct and empowering, it can soften that frustration. So I expect, Ty to tinker more. We saw DeMarcus Cousins playing really well, but we could also see Ty deciding to go small, because DeMarcus is a wild card. And, outside of Paul George, frankly, all of the Clipper role players have been wild cards. So we'll have to wait and see.
That, friends, is going to wrap up another NBA Roundtable. As always, many thanks to Mark Medina, Jeff Zillgitt, Dwayne Rankin, and Jim Ozarki for joining us today. My name is Matt Eppers. We do hope you enjoyed the discussion and that you'll join us again next time. Until then, thank you so much for watching on USA Today Sports.